Alright, we're gonna make a video real quick because I'm behind on my video. This morning you got getting ready to cut the angles for the roof. We're about a week behind on the video, so here it is. This is the 6-inch angle. These pieces are cut for the wall here, and they're ready to weld up. We also have, I don't have this one in yet. I gotta put that one in and put these up. And then what we'll do is we'll have a little piece of angle iron that comes off there and then comes down. We'll weld all the way down through there, and that's what we'll screw our top row into. And we'll do that, and then, so say these two will come on around, we'll put a row up top. Yeah, my little brand up there was dicking around. Put a row of screws in here, put a row of screws in here, and then we will have a piece of angle iron at the bottom that's going to sit on top of that concrete stem wall, and we'll put a row of screws into that. That will hold it. These are Z-channel, and these are the cheap ones. These don't have the bolt holes in it. We built a lot of bolt together buildings, so we used a lot of this stuff. This is the cheaper version of it. It doesn't have like a flared end where it sits down in it level, so you gotta squish it down with a vise or a clamp and weld it together. Bolt together buildings are way faster, extremely faster. Once your concrete is ready, you can put a building up in a couple of days. I mean, that is 10 and all. You know, your little doors and things, they will take a little bit of time, but for price, do it yourself, weld them is really cheap. We had on our commodity barn, between those two, was a weld together kit, and you know, they kind of gave you an idea and just sent you the materials, and you went from there. If you remember in my very early videos, I had my old center pivots that we took out. Those were going to be the post. Just time got away from us, and time is money, and I don't have time to take them apart right now. So like I said, that's why we went in with these posts. 3-inch, 1/4-inch walled. Damn sure hell for stout. Plenty stout. So right now the only thing we're waiting on to do the tin is like tomorrow. It's probably gonna rain, so I can't farm, or someone will be farming and I'll be welding. We'll put up these side pieces, and then as soon as we get our piece of angle iron, we're waiting on an order to be filled locally at like Amarillo. We got all the cable. We're getting the cable, we're getting some trim pieces, we're getting the angle iron, and then I'm getting about 600 feet of 1.25-inch square tubing. I was pricing feed panels because we're gonna do like the feed panel here instead of a bunk, and I can save $200. I can save 20 bucks a foot building them myself, even with my employee and time. So yeah, I went ahead and bought the square tubing, and we'll just do it ourselves. If in the other videos you notice these were kind of wobbly, which they still are, this C-channel is kind of flimsy, but as soon as you put tin on it, it stiffens right up. Since these are 25-foot bays, these are 20-foot sticks, and we're just, you know, cutting and splicing. We're gonna put fence along the back side of this, and we're already gonna have a stem wall. This is that 2 3/8 junk pipe that I had that I just pretty much wanted to throw away, and my dad wanted to throw away. We're like, well, hell, we'll just cut them up. We're putting them in the stem wall. You know, we poured concrete on them anyway. We'll put the stem wall up. We're not gonna put it into the ground. We'll clear it off, but we're just, because it really doesn't need it. It's not structural at all. But as you can see, they have a bunch of twine. I didn't help them set these, but they actually pulled these tight so these things wouldn't just be flopping. Set them in concrete, and then there'll be another 18 inches up there. So that'll give us something hardened concrete in between these posts to weld panels to, so the cattle don't go running through the back end of the barn, or just other things. Oh, there's my horses. That's our little baby colt, by the way. And back to the barn. We have our sonotube in for our concrete bunkers, or barriers, buffer blocks, whatever the hell. I've kind of had a long day. We're sitting up on these. These are the posts. This is what we cut out of the post. So, good thick. We set these on before we put the I-beam on, just so you kind of wondered. They'll come down here. We'll fill them full of concrete. When we do the concrete on here, we'll fill these at the same time. Put some rebar in it, and those will work. Other than that, there's not much else to do to the barn besides, the tin work. So I would say today is Sunday the 6th. I would say, my brother may come help like end of the week. Probably at the latest Monday, Tuesday, this thing will be completely tinned. Unless something just comes up. It'll take 3 days to put the tin on at the most. Honestly, it'll probably take 2 hard days. I'm not sure. It may take 3. 3 good days, it'll be completely tinned and done. The barn will be finished in 3 days. Usable. If you absolutely had to, you could use it. Now, that being the case, the concrete work, once we get the tin on, then we're going to pour a stem wall, because the back and the side wall are going to come down like 5 inches past the concrete, possibly. And so we will use that as part of the form. And it's just little minor things. Probably going to start on the pins this week that go here. But yeah, one of our dills got dinked pretty hard. As far as the pins, I kind of pointed those out last time. Nothing's changed so far, but we will start setting our post. Definitely a big 3-inch post. We'll come out here, wanted 2018. They're gonna be 30 foot past the barn. So we'll put one at 18, one at 30. We're just gonna have a set of gates. There'll be 5 gates through here. We'll have a square here, an overhead in the middle, and a square over there. So we'll have 5 gates. That way we can just drive through, say where the truck is, we can just drive through the pins or whatever. We'll get the 4 posts set. That'll tell us exactly where our bunk line is gonna be, which we could just mark it out now if we wanted to. We're gonna put a 4-foot slab in. That way we can just dump our loose hay or whatever we're feeding on the slab. The feeder panels will go on the edge of it. I'm not gonna put an apron on the inside for now. I'm just trying to maximize my money to get as much pin space built as I can. So that'll be an afterthought. This barn's still gonna need a couple lights and a couple fans installed for summertime. But that, and we'll just put a road next to it. But also, show you the telehandler we've been using. This is my brother's telehandler. He does construction, so he let us use it. It's an awesome deal. It was really, really nice of him to let us use it, because it was very, very handy. That's what we set our main beams in with. We just came in from the side and just had 2 peg points and just lowered them down. So having a telehandler made all the difference in the world, and this thing it's nice. I really enjoyed running it. It's a nice little machine. Definitely definitely made all the difference in the world having something that, you know, the tractor would have done it just fine, but this was better. He likes his stickers. Get you a Ghetto Fab sticker. He does like his stickers, but yeah, so this is his little telehandler. It's pretty nice little machine. Here's got you a Paradise Road sticker and a Do a Burnout sticker. So anyways, that was a big help, and always really appreciate when things like this come along, because it makes everything so much easier. But I'll get this video up maybe tonight, maybe in the next couple days. That way you're caught up to where I am, and we're all on track with each other, and you can see really how fast one of these things comes along. We've had to take a few days to do other things, but I think we started setting these, oh man, we set Thursday, so today's Sunday. We set our I-beams Thursday. That took till about 2 o'clock, and then we set half of those. Then the next day we set the other half, and then this outside piece, and then it was gonna rain or something, so I started farming while they started doing other things. And then like the past, maybe like Saturday, they cut, they actually have all of our big posts cut for the pins and everything, so they did stuff like that. But that's the barn. If you have any questions, you know, hit me up. I'll answer them. Putting quite a few videos out, and I've been extremely busy, so I'm not able to. I'm reading every comment, but I just read it and then I go on. If I have a moment to answer it, I will, but it's not that I'm hating on you guys. Believe me, I'll try to answer them, especially if you have like a good question. Like if you actually have a legitimate question and you want to ask something, I will answer it. But a lot of comments are just, you know, hey, how's it going? Like the work comments, or they'll give me advice or something. I love them all. They're great comments, but I just a little busy to reply to every one of them. I'll get caught up though. I'll make it up to you somehow, so stay in there. It's gonna get kind of interesting.